Hey guys, welcome to this week's WTF. We are testing out a $99 palette and I have it right here. This is fresh, new. This is for holiday. This is the Marc Jacobs iconic, E-Y-E, like iconic. This is the iconic multi-finish 20 shadow palette. This has a velvet, a satin, a silk, and a lame. They're using the word lame for that kind of sparkly, ultra metallic finish. And I think I'm gonna like this. I know when I did my palette clean out, I told you guys that last year's palette from Marc Jacobs, I wasn't a fan of the color setup. I had a hard time using it. I didn't think it was worth the money, but I think it's fair to say from my little family of Marc Jacob palettes in the back that you always see there in the back that I'm a fan of the formula and I do really love these shadows. So I wanted to show off this palette to you guys, show you the different finishes, swatches, and create a look and then see how it wears, okay? So the outside right here is zebra inspired. I don't know that I love this packaging that much. I think the gold that they used last year was a little bit more elegant, but you know, it is what it is. What I think is really beautiful is the color selection this year is absolutely through the roof. Beautiful, right? Does your eye not go right here? I haven't swatched or touched any of these. I'm so excited to. I actually want to swatch a couple of them before we hop into a tutorial. So let's do that one first because I'm so curious. Oh my gosh, that is such an interesting color. We're using that. That is really, really beautiful. It reminds me of a Tom Ford Creme eyeshadow that I have that is kind of duochrome like this. This is stunning. What I like about this setup that's really nice is you do get some mattes that are gonna be excellent transitions. Look at those three, boom, boom, boom. You're gonna be able to do a lot with that. You get a couple of lighter mattes that you could use all over the lid, brow bone, you know, matte highlight. You get some darker shades you could definitely use as liner. And then you get a bunch of fun metallic shades that just look like they're gonna be so great. I'm ready for this to be on my eyeballs. Create a look and then we'll do check-ins and see how it wears all day long. And isn't that the most giant mirror you've ever seen on a palette? I mean, just travel with this. You'll be good. $99 is a lot of money for this, but you do get 20 shades in here, which is a lot of shades. So you get a lot to work with. I do love that. I'm gonna take a Smashbox all over eyeshadow brush and go in the shade Tiger Paper, and I'm just going to fluff this all over the lid. I'm actually not using an eye primer today either. I just kind of got in the habit of using a little bit of excess on my beauty blender to kind of smooth things out, and that seems to be working for me right now. That actually did a lot of nice things for my eyes. It just kind of smoothed everything out. So now I'm gonna take a Morphe M501. I'm gonna go in the shade 9 Lives. This is the new Becca Foundation, and I think it's really pretty. I've worn this a few times before, and I like it, but it's kind of creasing on me. Does anybody else have that problem? I like it, but I don't want it to crease on me. Okay, so that is going to allow other colors to blend in nicer and not look choppy or weird. And I struggle, like you guys, I do not have the perfect eyes for makeup. I really don't. I feel like my eyes kind of fold in and I have a hard time right through here making things look perfectly smooth. So I do require a lot of blending, and with my shadows, they have to be really smooth, and I can tell a good shadow from a bad shadow depending on how it blends on my eyes. I mean, I'm not 21. Like, things change and it does become more challenging to do your eye makeup as you get older. So doing those little things like having a wider brush and doing an additional transition color can really help you out. We're now gonna go into the crease with Dog and Pony, which is also more cool toned. I'm using a MAC 224. Basically doing the same thing, just going lower. And now I'm gonna go in with a MAC 217, and I'm going to take the tiniest, littlest bit of the shade Bearish, and I'm going to focus this on the outer portion of my crease. I'm not gonna go in all the way. And PS, just so you know, I did purchase this myself from Neiman Marcus. So this was 99 bucks that I spent myself. It is expensive. But that's what WTF is all about. So let's continue on the journey. I really want to try this one, but I also really see that green shade, and I almost never do a green eye. So I'm very tempted to just take this shade right here. This is Nest Egg. I'm just gonna put it all over the lid. Cause I just, ooh, dang. I'm now gonna take the shade Early Bird, and I'm switching up my brush. I'm going with a MAC 242, and I am going to, do I wanna go in the middle or inner? I'm gonna go right in the middle just to brighten this up. Whoa. I'm gonna take a very small brush and go back in Bearish and just redefine the outer edge. I wish there was like a darker black or like an even deeper, darker brown color that I could really emphasize the outer corner. There's not. The only other thing I want to do is highlight the brow bone. I'm going to take that white shade called White Elephant and just barely. Ooh, that is, do you see that? Holy crap, that is very opaque. I was not expecting it to be that intense. I need to blend this out. I'm enjoying this way more than I thought I would. I thought that I was gonna be telling you guys the colors were set up a little funny and that the formula was slightly different than their original palettes because again, I struggled with last year's holiday palette and this just went on like a dream. Of course, I wanna see how this wears, how it performs throughout the day, just because that's what we do on WTF. I take you with me, I vlog a bit, and I'm also going to show you guys swatches of all 20 shades. So why don't we get to that and see how these swatches look. So we have Paper Tiger, 9 Lives, we have Sheepish, Early Bird, and White Elephant. Then we go down a row and we have Nest Egg, which is very smooth for the kind of metallic it is. I'm loving how this looks on the lid. It is bright, but it's not chunky, and there was no fallout, which really impressed me for a metallic. Then we have Lion's Share, Chameleon, Hen Party, and Funny Bunny. Hen Party, I really, really want to use. I'm gonna use this tomorrow. It's like, it's happening. So I wanna show you, Hen Party is very similar to Sphinx from Tom Ford, where they have that same kind of duochrome thing happening. I could actually probably use these together and it would be really beautiful. Okay, so one row down, we then have Golden Fleece, Catfight, Dog and Pony, which I love. This is the most beautiful neutral tone that is not too cool, not too warm to use as a transition that's a little bit heavier than some of those lighter transitions. I just really like the shade. We have Bullseye and Peacocky. Then we have Foxy, Free Bird, Bearish, very blendable, I like it, Catcall, and Crow's Nest. Now Crow's Nest, this is just not my kind of shade. It always looks a little bit not blended and kind of weird smoky. I don't really like deep navy shades like this. I don't like that it has so much micro glitter in there. It's pretty smooth, but it's not something that I'm really drawn to, nor am I super drawn to the one above, but everything else in the palette is really just nice. And I can kind of see how they set this up where you could use each row as a look. Boom, 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 boom. But then of course you can kind of mix and match as you would with any palette. I'm really impressed. You guys, this is knocking my freaking socks off. I actually wasn't even gonna review this, and at the last minute I was like, let's give it a chance because I've been using Marc Jacobs eyeshadows so much recently. I just destroyed back there. Look what I did. I wanna say, if you have this one right here and you're really just drawn to like the greens in this palette, you might not wanna go for the big palette and just continue playing around with this guy right here. This is Editorial. I actually used this during a past WTF when I was trying a ton of makeup on, and I did a very similar look. I didn't put lashes on, I didn't make it too dramatic, but it kind of had the same vibe as this. I prefer this because it's a little bit brighter, but this is just another option if you're into those greens and those rich browns and you don't wanna spend $100 and you just want one smaller palette. This is a good option. Okay, next step is to see how this wears. I will do check-ins and I will see you guys in a little bit. Puka, 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 puka. I love how you just ignore me. Are you joking me right now? But I just love you the most. I love you the most. And my eyeshadow look has been on for hours and hours and hours. I've been really bad about doing check-ins. The day just got away from me, and here I am finally kind of sitting down, relaxing, hanging out with my dog. And I just wanted to show you guys that this stuff is really just like beautiful and blended. No primer, hasn't creased, is still very vibrant. And I want to say the biggest thing about this shadow is how it blended like a freaking dream with no fallout. No fallout. Like, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. Okay, so my outfit of the day is ripped up denim from Frame and this long cardigan that I don't know who is from, but I'm gonna show you guys how fun this shirt is. Be prepared to be impressed, okay? It's like a mullet shirt. It's like business in the front, party in the back. It's like half t-shirt, half blouse. I know, I'm so cheesy. And then the shoes. Are you annoyed with me?
No, I'm brushing my teeth.
You're annoyed with me? You shut the door on me?
I'm brushing my teeth.
Anyway, my shoes are, why can't I do this? My shoes are Stuart Weitzman, and I have to tell you guys, these are the best shoes ever of all time. Like, I'm talking, I found these at an outlet mall outside of Palm Springs. I already had one pair of these in like nude, and I wore them so much that they basically were falling apart. And when I saw that they were like 80% off at an outlet store, I literally bought another nude pair, a black pair, and my sister a nude pair, because these are the best, most comfortable, most awesome shoes I have ever owned. Eyeshadow's still good. You guys, this stuff blended like a dream. It's incredible, it's beautiful, my face is shiny, ignore that. Ah! I was waiting for this. I wanted it so bad. I'm so sad. Damn it.
Hey, by the way, your eyeshadow looks pretty great.
Look at me. I'm having a nice water. All right, so it is now about 10:30 at night. I am finally sitting down to watch This Is Us. I am very, very excited. And my eyeshadow is still on. I mean, I feel like I still see some color there. I didn't wear a primer. It's not as intense as it was this morning, obviously, but I am really impressed, A, with the no fallout, with the pigmentation, ease of application, blendability, the way the colors are arranged. I am so surprised that I like this palette so much. Dare I say, the formula is even better than the formula in the pans, in the single palette pans. Why can't I talk or say what they are? You guys know what I'm talking about. There you have it. Not sponsored. Ooh, this foundation though, it's a little bit shiny. It's a little shiny. So I need to go wash my face. This is the Becca Foundation, but I tried the new primer with it too, and I think it was just like too much. That's about it. All right, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I love you. I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Mwah.